I'm going to pick up a few things you said because I think they're very important, and then try to make some references. Why is it important, from my perspective, to talk about leadership in the era of AI? Well, because the world, the way we work, the way we lead, and the way people expect to be led have changed. I will also talk about three things. The rapid evolvement, and you have mentioned some of the numbers AI has taken, new paradigms for leaders, and lower it a bit. I'm a little less tall than you. And three easy to implement hacks, picking up on some of the things you said. So looking at a few numbers, AI has become an integral part of our daily work life and maybe even our daily lives. And there is so much more potential to come. If we just look at the two numbers, there are 44% of workers' skills that are or were expected to change, and over 50% expected to change the way they work today and tomorrow. And these numbers are from 2023. So I think each and every one of us has experienced throughout the last 2 years already what AI, for many, those are the examples of Perplexity, ChatGPT, etc., can do for us, but we have not explored the full potential that is there to come. Talking about the full potential, within the next 3 years, 15% expect their work decisions to be taken over by agentic AI, which just shows the potential we all have going even beyond that. And to handle this change proactively, we need to prepare ourselves and we need to prepare our teams. Now, if we look at the rapid evolvement of AI, we need to point out that this development is a speed that has never been there before. You can see here some of the most used world applications that maybe some of you have been using or not. And only a little while back, it took these applications years to be developed, launched, and to have a global impact in terms of reaching at least 100 million users. Now, for ChatGPT, this has changed. It changed the way speed has been defined. How long did it take for ChatGPT to reach 1 million users? Does anyone know? Not quite, not quite. We're talking 2 months, but 2 months from, up to 6 years. There is a quote, and I'm just going to repeat it twice because I love it so much. It's not on this slide, but it has been used at Davos and then picked up by many global company leaders. The pace of change has never been this fast, but it will never be this slow again. The change of pace has never been this fast, but it will never be this slow again, and we all need to adapt to that. So I say the race is on, and it comes along with a new reality of leadership, a new reality of working, and a new reality of being led. So I think we can all see this in this room and in this event. The world is becoming more remote, hybrid, and global. You mentioned that. Look at this room. We're becoming more network-oriented. We're becoming more data-driven. And we're developing from linear career paths to way more agile roles and upskilling. And I'll talk about why this is important, especially for us as leaders. While upskilling is important and the new normal, there is still so much way to go. Picking out a few numbers again, we have over 60% of employees who cite skill gaps as the main transformational barrier to their development and to business transformation. Over 80%, almost 90%, increase in demand of AI and data literacy is expected within the next few years, while almost 50% of executives believe their workforce to be unprepared for this future. I say, of course, it's not up to a single person, to a leader, to shape this path in terms of where do we develop. But at the same time, I strongly believe that it is up to us to empower our teams to have the space to reskill, to upskill, to evolve, and to lead by example. You also mentioned that. So there is a new paradigm for leaders. Everybody's talking about AI will replace workspaces, etc. Yes, maybe. It will not replace leaders per se, but it will replace leaders who do not understand AI. So leaders who do not understand AI will definitely be replaced by the ones who do. What does that mean for us? What leadership skills do we need going forward? And I mean, there is a mix between being on a meta level, what do we need going forward, and a few concrete examples that we can take step by step to really foster that mindset. We are rewriting our leadership books, and we need to rewrite them again and again because the speed of change has never been this fast. So as for adaptability and continuous learning, everybody knows the terms of a growth mindset. This becomes especially important in terms of data and AI literacy. We do not all need to be tech nerds, no, but we do need to stand the underlying foundation in terms of machine learning, in terms of LLMs, etc., to understand where these algorithms, etc., are coming from and how we can handle them consciously, how we can evaluate their biases, and how we can decide how to put them to best use within our daily works. Inclusive leadership also includes cultural intelligence. So what becomes more and more important, you also picked up on that a bit, are that all voices are being heard and valued. And this is valid for an online and for an offline world, because this is the basis on how these models are trained. Third, innovation and tech savviness is using data-driven decision-making. And I believe we see that with the numbers we picked out. It becomes so much more important to have valid data to the decisions we're taking to make them more transparent and to guide our actions upon them. This is not done just by the AI. It's always the AI combination with human in the loop, where we need to see what are the potential biases behind it, what does the number speak for, and how can I integrate it into my daily work and out into the decisions I'm taking. Now, paradoxically, the more we integrate AI into our work, the more valuable human interpersonal skills become. So it's about empathy, it's about motivating others, it's about cultural sensitivity, and about coaching. The premium on social emotional skills is rising more than ever in a time where we speak about tech first. As of today, and I'm going to quote a McKinsey number here, it's a little old, but I still think it's valid, the most tech roles are still held by men. And I say, let's be bold. Our, referring to women, but also referring to everyone, our time, your time has come. Let's repeat history and step into the footsteps of some, or enable others to step into the footsteps of some of the many great women that have led to where we are today. I'm just going to name a few examples because I'm always amazed by what they have done for us. Ada Lovelace, who was considered the world's first computer programmer in the 19th century, in a time where women were largely excluded from tech fields. She laid the foundation for modern computing today in the 19th century. Bertha Benz, of course, I'm coming from Mercedes, so I cannot not quote her, who took her husband's automobile for the first long-distance journey in 1888 and thus laid the foundation for future mobility. Or, as this picture, shown on this picture, Evie, who won the Grand Prix in Argentina in 1962 or so, with a Mercedes-Benz 220 SE for the automobile enthusiast here, with a 3-hour lead up front from everybody else. It was the first time that 2 women won one of the world's toughest long-distance rallies. Now, success has never come easy, not to them and not to anyone. It's always about learning. And you said it, learning itself. You can have the best learning program, you can learn from theory, you can learn from doing, but most importantly, you can learn from mistakes. So it's always about learn, unlearn, and relearn. You have to question yourself, what I learned yesterday, is that still valid today? Where can I learn from my mistakes? Where can I learn from successes, and where can I share those? I'm going to end with a few best practices that we have put to use in our organization that may help you to put them into your organizations or into your daily actions as well. Shift from static to dynamic learning. A few learning programs have been mentioned before. We strongly believe that replacing one-size-fits-all learning programs with personalized on-demand learning will help to make this shift happen. An example, we launched an AI learning program for our global employee team with micro-learning nuggets. So every day I can get 2 minutes of micro-learning nuggets with a few hands-on tips and tricks on how to use internal AI mechanisms, etc., and then use them in that day that I have learned them. Or make use of reverse mentoring as shown here. I know it's a very simple example, but maybe some of the most junior talents you have in your organization are the most senior experts in AI. So use those skills. Talking about the second one, use AI to enhance leadership decisions. Take data-driven decisions. Many have KPI dashboards in their company. They are good for transparency, but also for using predictive analytics in terms of what are future sickness rates, what talent skills do I need in the future, where do I need to develop on a skill-based journey, etc. And third, embed digital and human skills. These might be the easiest one to implement, yet the hardest one that's actually being implemented. Use LLMs, use chatbots in your daily life. I do have a very fulfilling job, as probably everyone in this room. I have a 1-year-old daughter. I have a husband who wants to spend time with me, and I want to spend time with him. I have hobbies. So I use chatbots regularly to just see how I can reorganize my calendar. I have not made that work yet in terms of that I really are happy with it, but I try to do so. An example that we implemented in our organization is, for example, ChatRD, so a chatbot that talks to our regulations internally. We have regulations in our company that equal to about 5,000 pages, just internal regulations. That's the entire series of Harry Potter and even one more book. You would need 140 hours to read those. With the chatbot, you can find the answer, use then your decision-making, and help your employees find the right decisions based on the regulations, but not reading the whole entire Harry Potter session before making that decision. Now, it's easy, and yet it's hard. I want to call upon each and every one of us to just make it day one, start now, be the leader you want to be, and help your team and empower them to use those tools the best way they can to and upskill, to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.